Hey guys, do you want to know how to win this SCX24? Just keep watching.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud. So just before we start this video, I want to thank our sponsor, JJ Customs, for sponsoring this. I had this idea, I reached out to him and he agreed to help us out with this. So huge shout out to him. He's got a hobby shop in San Jose, California, and in my opinion, it is like the best hobby shop. I really like the way he does things. Super nice guy, and he always helps everybody out. I seen it firsthand, so huge shout out to JJ Customs. But let's get into this challenge. First, I'm gonna take a sip because this is gonna be the last drink I'm gonna have for at least a month. So we're gonna savor this. I am drinking some sort of
Salud.
mix of Jack and cola. I know you adults, you love your adult beverages. I'm not a huge drinker, but it is pertinent to this challenge because if you want to take part in this, you're gonna have to give up drinking if you're gonna wanna win this challenge and win this SCX24. All right, so getting into this challenge, it is going to be a little bit of a touchy subject. Not trying to ride on a high horse or anything, but Mrs. Prop and I, we've traveled to a bunch of different RC events and meetups and gatherings, and one thing we've noticed, it might just be an in general thing too, just living in America, but there's a lot of people that are on the heavy side or overweight, as you want to say. And I don't want you to think we're on some sort of high horse. We're not in super peak physical condition like ourselves or anything, but I thought that this would be a good way to kind of motivate people and maybe, you know, make a difference in their life and lose some weight. So I've kind of always been into health type of stuff for, I don't know, since maybe like, I'm trying to think of what year I moved out to California. Maybe 2013 I moved here. And that's when, like, right before I moved, I was starting to kind of lose weight. So back in the day in high school and stuff, well, elementary is when it started, I was pretty overweight myself. I'm short, which really stinks. So when I gain weight, it just really shows. And it kind of has always been an embarrassing thing. It wasn't until, like, you know, I kind of started realizing that I should lose some weight, trying to, you know, lose weight, get a date type of deal, that I started taking my health seriously. And I made some differences, and I've actually lost a lot of weight, and then I gained some weight, but I've never really got into the kind of physical shape that I want to be in. Mrs. Prop was definitely a lot different looking when I met her, you know, and over the COVID stuff, that's kind of changed, and she's kind of lost her way a little bit. And I don't know, it's just something I've kind of always had on my mind, and just felt like it's like there's a lot of things you can't control in your life, and your health is something that, you know, you can actually control. It's like this will either be the easiest or the hardest thing to do, depending upon, like, I guess your mindset.
Right?
Yeah, your mindset, right? Like, it's simple to lose weight. You have to eat less and get exercise. Like, that's the formula. It's not overly complicated, but, you know, it can be a challenge. Like, that's why we're having these drinks, because we're not like heavy drinkers, but if you, even on the weekend, you have a few drinks, it's not necessarily super unhealthy, but it's not great if you're trying to set goals and lose weight.
Or after work, when you're all tired and you're sweaty and you just come home and you're like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy a cold beer, or maybe 2 or 3 or whatever.
I usually don't have 2 or, well, maybe 2. I don't usually have 3 on a work night. But they definitely, right, if you're drinking too many beers, you get that gut weight, which can really stink. But anyway, that's kind of, I just want to kind of touch on that a little bit. We don't want to come from a negative place towards people on this, but that's kind of what we've observed, and we kind of want to be kind of like a little bit of a self-help kind of motivation for our fellow RC people. And I know how much people love free stuff. So like I said, thanks to JJ Customs for helping us out and giving us a sweet deal on this truck to kind of sponsor this event for us. it's kind of going to be pretty simple if you want to win this truck. The first place is going to go to the person who loses the most weight, obviously. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this video up for 1 week, and you're going to have to email me, rcpropaganda@yahoo.com, and we won't share your photos unless you're okay with that, but we want 1 photo from the side and 1 photo from the front, and then the other side. So 3 photos total, and you have to hold up a piece of paper with the date and the time and all that, so we know all this is in sync to the time. And depending upon how many people enter and what's going on, it might not be that hard for you to snag this. We're a little hesitant on what people are gonna think about doing this, but we wanna help you and
help ourselves too.
Right, we're
gonna be doing it with you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing it as well. We're starting this weekend. We'll already have it started when this video is out. What I'm doing and she's doing is we're doing it together because we've kind of always done our own separate kind of health things. Is one of my favorite MMA trainers. Usually when fighters, I really like MMA. When fighters have weight issues, they reach out to Mike Dolce, and he's kind of like the guru, the guy that I've used before to lose weight. My lowest weight I ever got down to was 135. Looking at myself now, I don't know how I got that thin. It's not just about being thin. I kind of want to try to get some muscle and look a little bit better. So I'm going to be kind of pumping the iron and doing that stuff. And Mrs. Prop's going to do some workouts too. If you're not aware, we tend to take a lot of sexy photos. I really like my wife, and I like taking photos of her butt. So that hasn't really been the best thing, and we're both kind of aware of that. So we're going to be doing this along with you guys, and we're going to be posting our photos, and we're going to put ourselves out there as well. We're going to take our photos. You'll see them here on the screen. We're going to show you guys what we look like now, and then in the end, we'll show the difference, just so that way, you know, we're all in this together. All right, so the timeline for this is going to be 1 week to enter. So you'll have basically, it's like a week and a day depending upon when I actually get this video out. But you're gonna have 1 week to do all your prep. And August 7th is a Sunday, and that's when you'll start. You can start on that Sunday or Monday, but obviously, you know, you're gonna wanna
prepare.
Yeah, prepare all your stuff and be ready. So what we're doing, like I said, was I'm doing the Mike Dolce 3 weeks to shred. We got the book on Amazon. I think it was like $40, but it has like everything you need, and it's super simple. So that's something if you want to do. It's pretty much like cut and dry. Like, he's got the grocery list of all the stuff you need, and then basically for the 3 weeks you like eat the same stuff, so it's super simple to follow. But you can do research, or you can just try to lose weight and do what you want to do. That is totally up to you. If you want ideas, feel free to email me or comment on this video and give me an email, and I can email you stuff. I'll share the book with you, the lists or whatever, if you want to do it with us. Like I said, we're not trying to shame anybody. We're not trying to like act like we're better or any of that stuff.
Encourage you and encourage yourselves and get the will to do it.
Right. We want to help people, and one of the ways this is kind of, it's not technically an RC challenge, but if you want to lose weight, go on some really long hikes with your RC truck, and you know, you can do it that way. So it's really not that hard to lose weight. And the only thing that I'm a little worried about is how many people are going to enter. But since we have 3 prizes, if we at least have 3 people, we'll be pretty happy with that. So obviously, first prize is the Scx24, and then second prize is going to be this SpeedTech servo. It's one of those micro servos. And then third place is going to be these 2 parts from RC hop-ups. We have the aluminum servo mount for the Scx24, and then the little steering rack from RC hop-ups as well. And then honorable mention, we'll get an RC hop-up hat. I do have an extra one of those, brand new for you. So if more people enter, we're just trying to give, you know, back for some people joining this. So I hope this is something that, you know, you're willing to do, make a change in your life. Like I said, this could be really easy or it could be really hard, but if you want any kind of advice, motivation, or whatever, like I said, feel free to email us, rcpropaganda@yahoo.com. Also, like I said, we're not going to share your photos if you're worried about that stuff. We will keep that confidential, but if you do want them shared, just let us know, say hey, and we'll figure out a way to do that. I want to pump this up a little bit on Instagram if I can. I want to get it a little bit of an exposure and push JJ Customs' name just because he's such a great guy, and you know, we want to give thanks to him, like I said, for helping us out and sponsoring this video. So we're going to post stuff along the way, and I don't know, it's kind of like the RC weight loss challenge, I guess. That's probably going to be the title of the video. There's a few bugs here. We're down by the river.
So you can see our improvement and how we're doing. Because this is a little hard for us too, because our daily life.
It's mostly hard for her. She's self-conscious. I don't really care what you think of my gut.
And I like my drinks after work, and so what can I say? So it is a little hard because I love food and I love fast food and things that I shouldn't be eating.
Yeah, we don't really eat a lot of fast food.
But I'm a girl, so I'm more self-conscious about my body because I like to take my pictures, and so yeah.
Yeah, but you know, the main thing is that you try for this, or at least, you know, it gives you something to think about. You know, I know that it is hard and it can be difficult. Like I said, I've always kind of struggled with it. But, you know, I'm going to probably put in the most effort I've ever put into kind of getting in shape. And now it's on the internet, so it's basically forever. And everyone's going to see it. So I don't really want to fail. I like to be a winner. I'm trying to be a winner. I haven't weighed myself in a long time. So we'll probably put out like little YouTube shorts or something along the way. Like I said, it is what it is. If you want to take part, make sure you email me. The only other stipulation, it's going to be U.S. only. I'm not going to do any international shipping. I just don't really know how to do that, and I barely can get out stuff shipped. I still haven't shipped the giveaway winner for the MT 4x4. It's been sitting in my work truck all boxed up. I just haven't had time to go to the UPS store, although I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So, you know, I have those kind of issues. I get busy, and now I got to make this stuff work. I got to work out, and things just close too dang early. They don't leave anything open for a working man to go to at night. But yeah, that's kind of our RC challenge. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say and how to end this, but just to go over everything again, I need the 3 photos. Yeah, well, first you have 1 week to enter. August 7th is when it's going to start. So I need to have your emails with your 3 photos, one side, the other side, in the front.
That we're not going to share unless you're okay with it. So just let us know when
right.
you mail them.
And make sure you hold up the card with the current date, the time, and if you want to take a photo of the scale, you can, or you can put your weight. And also, if you want to check in and share some progress. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I did forget, is you're going to have 1 month. So it's going to be a month long. So in 4 weeks from that 7th, by the end of the month, we will figure out who lost the most weight. And even if you're not overweight and you just want to kind of enter as a fitness thing and just share stuff and say whatever, you can. And also, if you want to combine these parts, couples that lose weight together, you know, if you and your spouse take different places, you could win this whole little kit. I mean, this is like a $150 truck plus a $70 servo. So it is a pretty good incentive, I guess. I don't know what else to say now. I guess I'm kind of at the end, but we really appreciate all the subscribers. We're not sure how this is going to be received, but no matter what, we're working out. We're trying to improve our life, and we hope that you guys want to do that same thing. So I guess until the next video, take care. Peace.